We scale our own company from 0 to 7 figures by using only cold email. In this video, I'm walking you through the numbers, how many emails we sent, how many meetings we booked, how many clients we closed, and what impressed them most when we got them on the calls. So, when we first started SiteMate, my agency, we had to make a decision about how to get clients. And there are really only 4 ways to grow any business. And this is a concept from Alex Hormozi, and we call this the core 4. On one axis, you've got who you're talking to, so people you already know, or complete strangers. Now, on the other axis, you got how you're talking to them, so one-to-one and then one-to-many. This gives you 4 channels. Warm outreach, reaching out to one-on-one to people you already know. Cold outreach, reaching out to one-on-one to strangers. Content, talking to people you know, one-to-many through posts, videos, or SEO. Last but not least, paid ads, talking to strangers, one-to-many, through advertising. Now, every business runs on some combination of these 4, but we choose cold outreach to get started with, and here's why. With paid ads, you're burning cash before you ever see a result. You're paying to test, paying to optimize, paying to scale, and most early stage agencies don't have the runway for that. We didn't. With organic content like LinkedIn, YouTube, or podcasts, it's a great long-term strategy, but we're taking months or years before it even pays off. We need the clients now, not in a year. And referrals are great when they comes in, but you can't predict when they will come in. You can't control it, can't scale it. It's not a system that you can build a company on. And quite frankly, we had no clients, so obviously there was no referral. Cold email is different. The cost to get started is low. You have full control over exactly who you reach and when. And you can scale it without burning through a budget. But the real reason we chose cold email was this. If we can't get ourselves meetings using cold email, we have no business selling it to clients. So we had to prove it works on ourselves first. Now, most people think cold email is simple. You write an email, you hit send, done. Well, that's how you end up in spam. What you're looking at right here is our infrastructure. So this is a tool that we use to send cold email called SmartLead. And you can see right here, we have over 900 inboxes connected. Let me explain what that actually means. So with cold email, you cannot send directly from your primary domain. So there's a concept called secondary domains and secondary mailboxes. I've got a few videos in the past explaining the whole infrastructure already. So if you don't know what it means, go ahead and watch those videos. But think of a domain like a mailing address, and an inbox is the actual mailbox at that address. We don't send from just one single mailbox, we send from over 900 of them. Here's why. If you send too many emails from one single inbox, Google or Outlook will flag it, you hit the spam filters, and your deliverability will tank overnight. To make sure that we are sending safely, the limit that we operate at is, you can see right here, 10 emails per day per inbox. That is our standard. So let's say if we want to send 1,000 emails a day, that's roughly 100 inboxes running at the same time. Now, you can kind of multiply that and see the scale that we are doing for our own internal campaign. So the cool thing about SmartLead is it rotates sending through each inbox automatically. So no single inbox is getting overloaded, and that will make sure everything lands in the primary inbox, not spam. So this is the part most people get wrong when they try cold email themselves. They send from one single account, they hit the send button on a few hundred emails a day, and they wonder why nothing lands in the inbox, and they ruin their entire company domain. So infrastructure isn't the exciting part of cold email, but it is the foundation of everything. You skip this and nothing else matters. In the early days, we were running a very low volume because we did not have a lot of clients coming in yet. We were just getting started, and we were just trying to prove that the system worked on ourselves. So we started small. We create a handful of domains, small number of inboxes. I'm talking about 150 emails a day. So that's about like 10, 15 inboxes. So when we launched our first campaign, we were targeting B2B SaaS companies because I was a software engineer and so was my co-founder. He was also a software engineer, so it kind of makes sense for us to tap into the B2B SaaS space. Now, our goal wasn't to close deals on the first call. Our goal was just to start a conversation. So in the first 90 to 60 days, we booked maybe about a dozen of meetings. Most of them actually showed up, and a few actually became paying clients. Within the first 60 days, we actually hit our first 10K month in new recurring revenue. And all of that from cold email. There's no ads, no content, no referrals, just a system that we built, and that proved everything we needed to know. We went from 0 to about 10K MRR in roughly 60 days. And once we knew it worked, we started scaling. By the way, all these infrastructures and tech tools is a little bit difficult to set up yourself because there are just so many moving parts. Even at our own company, we were struggling with this early on, but we've cracked the code and scaled from 0 to 7 figures. So if you want to implement the same structure we use in our business and the same system that we use to help multiple clients generating results, click the link in the description below. Now, once we knew the system worked, we started tracking everything. Specifically, we tracked how many emails it took to book one meeting. Our ratio worked out to be about 500 emails per meeting booked. So that became the number that we built everything around. We sat down, we did the math. So if we wanted about 80 to 100 meetings every single month, that's somewhere between 40 to 50,000 emails every single month. On a 5-day sending weeks, because we don't send emails on the weekend, that's about 2,000 emails a day. So at 10 emails per day per inbox, that's about 200 inboxes running at the same time. So to get there, we had to scale our infrastructure significantly. We went from a handful of domains and maybe like 15 inboxes to a little bit over 200 inboxes, and as you saw earlier, we are now at over 900 inboxes running simultaneously. And that's the scaling equation. There's no magic to it. You figure out your ratio, how many emails it takes to book one meeting, you reverse engineer the volume you need to hit your meeting target, and then you build the infrastructure to support that volume. That's how you scale cold email predictably. Here's something I learned early on when getting on calls with my prospects. They just don't care about your process until they see proof. So I started just showing them this live on the call, and you can see right here, this is a few of our campaigns running. Email sends, reply rate, and positive reply rate. Real numbers updated in real time. So positive reply rate here are all the people that are interested in our service in real time. Now, when a prospect sees this on a live screen share during the call, they stop asking whether cold email actually works and they can see it actually working. That alone builds more trust and credibility than any pitch I could give them. So the second thing I would show them was the actual emails that we sent. For the copy that we use for our campaign, we use short, direct, and one clear ask at the end. No fluff, no email dumping, no "I hope this email finds you well." Just a relevant opening and a simple question. We also personalize every single email at scale. Not manually, that obviously will take forever, but we use data enrichment, we use different AI agents to pull in specific details about each prospect, so every email feels like it was written just for them. And the last thing that made a huge difference in our booking rates is our response time to positive replies. We try to aim to respond to every positive reply within the first 3 minutes. So that one habit alone doubles our meeting booking rate. So when someone replies and say they are interested, they are warm right now, not tomorrow, not in 3 hours, right now. So if you wait 6 hours to respond, you've already lost the momentum. Now, to show you a bit more numbers on our internal side as well, so this is the number from Q4 of last year, so since October 2025 all the way into today, so about 5 months. So as you can see, about 4 to 5 months, we sent about 250,000 emails. I actually want to do a lot more than this, but B2B SaaS is an interesting space. So we're constantly trying to get more data. But from there, you can see that we get about 2,000 replies. About 1/3 of them are positive replies, and about half of them actually convert meetings. So to run this at scale, we built a team around the system. So within our outbound team, there is a head strategist who owns the entire overall direction, an operator to handle deliverability and keep everything out of spam, a project manager to keep timelines on track, a go-to-market or GTM engineer who acts as a secondary strategist and builds the entire campaign. Last but not least, an SDR that we delegate to handle all the replies that are coming in to book the meeting. That's the machines, and it's the same machine, it's the same team that we deploy for every single client that we work with. Now, here's the key insight from all of this. The system that built our agency is the product that we sell. We did not build the agency and then figure out how to help our clients. We built the system for ourselves first, and everything we offer our clients is exactly what we use internally. So that's how I get to 7 figures with a cold email agency. Now, I just briefly went through everything in here, but if you want a full guide on how to actually do this, I just released a complete cold email course. It's about 2-3 hours long and it covers literally everything. The link is in the description, and if you want our team to build this for you and run it, manage the entire thing, check out the second link in the description. As always, eyes on the star, always rooting for you, and I'll see you in the next video.